Welcome to the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. Whether inside or outside the loop, we are talking everything soccer in Houston. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Houston, welcome to another episode of the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. My name is Rudy Segura, and I'm joined by my brother, Cristian Putalias. What's up, man?
Good. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back.
I know, man. I think we missed you last week. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did. Rodrigo didn't record. Joey, we didn't hop on.
Shout out to Finister.
I recorded with Finister. You got to listen to that one.
Yeah. Finister always cracks me up. So
yeah, the dude is funny. I think now I've noticed that everybody introduces him as a comedian, just basically to tell people like he's gonna say crap that you don't really should say anywhere else, and make your content explicit from the get-go, man. But he's so fun to talk to. If you listen to the episode, there is a point that he mentions how I introduced him in Spanish. So I got him good because I kept telling him, "Are you ready?" He's like, "Man, I'm ready whenever." We talked for like 20 minutes before we actually recorded, and I just did the whole intro in Spanish, and he just looked at me super confused. And so it was great. So we'll do it again. Finister is really fun to do episodes with, man. He keeps you laughing, Christian. But man, hope you're doing great. We'll keep this one pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot kind of happening, but I think this is just the calm before the storm. You know what I mean, man?
Yes.
Like there's not a lot of things happening yet. This is a Tuesday night. The game for the Dynamo Sunday night. Slowly but surely it's gonna kind of creep up on us. I know that Thanksgiving it's around the corner, so I'm grateful for your friendship, Christian, and of course for everybody from Bayou City Soccer and everybody that listens, man. Just grateful for everyone that takes their time out of their day to listen to you and me talk random crap and try to keep people entertained, man. That's kind of how it needs to be. Funny enough, I think the more that we do this show, the more obviously we get to know each other, the more it makes it a little easier. It feels like more, purely conversational, because we do try to make it as serious as we can. We don't want to just fully be joking around and talking shit the whole time. And I think we do a good job of that, but I do like the fact that, it's just like go with the flow, try to not get anybody stressed, and hopefully we get some people laughing, or hell, even if you disagree, man, let us know. We love that too.
Sure.
Christian, I know you love that. That's why you have your own podcast too, man.
I need my space to talk my shit too, but it's fun, talking to you guys, having the group chat that we do. It's amazing, especially I have some hot takes that everybody disagrees with. That one of these days we're probably gonna sit down with everybody and kind of talk them out. But yeah, man, same thing. Likewise, I'm grateful for everybody that listens to us, supports us. Just by listening, being there, commenting, sending a message, means a lot. It means a lot. And and we do that for everybody that enjoys the sport and kind of enjoys the team as much as we do. Obviously ups and downs like anything, right. But I think we're just here for the ride, wherever it takes us.
And I mean,
for the vibes.
This has been a hell of a year by the teams.
Yes.
Obviously maybe those didn't have like the best ending. That clearly definitely did not, and they're just
R.I.P.
They're just on on a freaking shambles. Yeah, that's the best word. And then Dynamo has brought us being able to cover them. They won a title, the US Open Cup. This is not a goodbye, because I think they're gonna keep going. There's 3 more games, Sunday, then next Saturday or Sunday, and then the final. And I believe that they can make it, man. So excited to looking at that. But sadly, it is gonna be the final game here at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there. You'll probably be there.
Yes.
I believe our new correspondent Francia was supposed to go there as well. Aldo already hit me up, so sorry, both leagues. We're gonna take Aldo from you guys.
Well, we're off that week.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Oh yeah, duh. Because this thing.
We'll probably have Seba too going out there.
Oh, that's true. I'm gonna see if he wants to go, if he needs us to take pictures as well. So yeah, that's true. It should be a good one, man. So
Yeah.
again, there's going to be a lot of things to do that day. And again, this is for sure the calm before the storm. But before we go into the Dynamo, just want to let people know to check out our feature sponsor, being Ugly Guppy. They did a really good job with the shirts.
Shout out.
They just share a really cool post of just things in the background of it. And one of the guys, Jace, was wearing our shirt, man. So it's a nice shirt. I don't know if you haven't wore it already, Christian, or not, but it's nice, man. So I need to get with them, see if we can have something for the people to buy, and maybe get a couple more, and maybe a polo, dude. We would look good with a polo that had our emblem, and I keep forgetting to hit them up. So we'll make that happen. But definitely check out Ugly Guppy. They'll be working, I believe, all week, even during the holidays. So if you need any kind of product to show your brand, or giveaways that you may need, hit them up. They'll definitely get you hooked up with all the needs that you may have on that aspect. But talking Houston Dash real quick, we did get end of season roster decisions. Houston Dash exercise contracts options on Emily Alvarado, goalkeeper, Madeline Desano, the rookie, Julissa Harris, another rookie, Sophie Hurst, Savannah Madden, Barbara Oliveri, Sarah Punagam, and Cameron Tucker. Another contract option that was exercised was actually Paulina Gramalia. So an Argentine still remaining on loan for next season. They also try to keep Canadian right back Alicia Chapman, who is actually in maternity leave, expecting her first child. And then the contract options that weren't picked up was rookie Lindsay Jennings and Ella Dedrick, McCammy, Gamora Stevens, Devon Kerr are players. They are gone for sure. No more contracts, no more 2024 or anything like that. And there's a couple, I apologize. There's a couple free agents or players about to hit free agency. One of them being probably one of their best defenders in Caprice Didasco, and she unfortunately was picked up by a brand new team in San Francisco. So best of luck to her. I think she did a hell of a job. She was probably one of the best players out here. And then the other ones that are still kind of lingering, whether they're trying to do a new contract or not, is Shea Groom, Emily Current, Maria Sanchez, Marisa Vaggiano, and Joelle Anderson. So that's just kind of a little recap. We're hoping to have Dustin or Manny or somebody that kind of watches and keeps up with the Dash more than we do, unfortunately. But that is where we're at right now. Maybe next week we'll have one of them. They need to do a podcast, man. They need to do a podcast episode. Nothing but the Dash. Dash needs some love, Christian. But let's get into Dynamo, man. Just your thoughts. Me and Finister had a little bit of this discussion. Again, the season's not over. Massive game with Sporting Kansas City. So let's go with that, man. What are you expecting out of this rivalry match on Sunday, brother?
I think this is probably one of the best matchups, probably one of the best games of the year period in the MLS. In the way, well, I mean, I might be a little bit biased because I am a Houston Dynamo fan, but just seeing where the Dynamo, the transition that they've been doing, how the team was last year to this year, and then kind of the same thing happened with Kansas City from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, right? They started completely on the wrong side of on the left foot. And then they ended up the year, on the right side of things, wild card, and then beating Cincinnati, the number one spot, coming from the last spot. And I think they have earned their place in a way, right? And then the Houston Dynamo also as well. So I'm not saying that the champion will come out of this what do we call it, side of the bracket. But I think these are going to be two of the toughest teams to kind of face going into the end of the season, going into like Western semifinals or Western finals and the MLS Cup final, just because it's two teams that have nothing to lose, everything to gain, right? And I mean, I guess we could say the we could say even more for Kansas City because they're playing away this game. So, they know Houston is always going to be a tough match no matter where in the season you play them, being a rivalry match. But then you add, the condiment of the little condimento of the fact that it is a game that is very decisive as a, semifinal of a Western Conference. They have nothing to lose. They made it this far when in the beginning they were expecting nothing. They wanted to fire their coach. Like they wanted to see heads rolling, and now they are in the best place possible. And I think the Houston Dynamo are also on the same boat. Listening to Coach Ben Olsen, he knew that it was going to take time to get to this team where they are now, and they are ahead of schedule. He's going to tell you time and time again, like, we are ahead of schedule. We did not plan for this. We planned to fight, obviously, for a playoff run, but not to make it this far. So 2 teams, nothing to lose, everything to gain. So I think the glory will go to the team that wants it more. And I'm just glad that, we're on the side that happens to be at home. And I think we have a huge advantage. Were you there last game? No, you weren't there last game.
I was not there last game, no.
But it was even though it wasn't a sold out crowd, it was an intense crowd, especially when it came to the PKs and shootout. Me and Francia were out there for the PK shootout amongst the people, and you could feel like the tension. You could feel, the power and the voices of the fan kind of, put the fear of God on the players,
Sure.
kicking the PKs.
Hell in the shell, man.
Yeah, literally, right? Like it literally, it was one of the first times that me being out there with the people, I felt it. Even the security guards were like, dabbing people up. So it was very fun. But yeah, it's gonna be a heck of a game. Nothing to lose, everything to gain for both teams, and that's what it should be for a semifinal. And I think both teams have their equal on the field, but hopefully we have that extra outside of the field that is gonna give us the little oomph to get the victory.
It's funny because these games remind me of, like, there's a history here. We've talking about, to keep it brief, that in my perspective, the Sporting Kansas City match or rivalry honestly could be maybe even above the Dallas one, just because of the amount of playoff matches that they've dealt with, and obviously throughout the season. So it's a good one. Obviously, Kansas has not, or Houston hasn't been able to beat Kansas City during the season. Obviously they tied in Houston and then went to Kansas City and ended up getting a 2-1 loss, even with a Johnny Russell early red card.
You went to
they
that
did,
game, right?
however,
Did you go to that game?
Yeah, that was the game that me and Rodrigo went to, and then obviously Dynamo did get to beat them during the U.S. Open Cup match. So there's a little bit of, there's a lot of friction there. I think this is gonna be one of those matches that could get physical, and honestly, who doesn't love that? Who doesn't like a little friction? A little. Maybe it's not the same people for the Dynamo. Maybe it's not the same people for KC, like we've been used to seeing in the past. But Peter Vermes is still there, man. Peter Vermes, it likes his team to not let their guard down. So I could see it being a really close game. I'm hoping it doesn't go to extra time. I'm hoping it doesn't go to penalties. I hope the Dynamo are able to, get the win outright. It'd be amazing. And who knows? I mean, the crowd could get into it. The weather's probably getting cold and rainy, but man, go out there, show up. This is the last game of the season. No matter the result, whether the Dynamo win or lose, if they win, they would be playing the next 2 matches, possible matches out away. So you'll get either a Seattle against LAFC match, or and then after that, whoever's left on the East Coast. So, I mean, to me, whenever the playoffs kind of did part, I had Dynamo going to the final against Columbus Crew. That'd be really cool, like, if that would happen. And man, Christian, I'm really, really debating whether if the Dynamo will get to the final, I think I'm gonna have to go and buy a flight and get there, man. I wish I would have done it during the final against Inter Miami. but I think it's a must, man. I think it's a must. It's just one of those games, man. And honestly, man, we'll get you there too. I'm sure
No,
somebody is gonna Jeff Strong. If you want to hook up your boy, man, we'll
no,
send them for a day. We'll stay in a hostel. We'll stay
yeah.
in a one
Couch
bedroom,
surf, yeah.
10 guys, whatever it would be, man.
Right.
Just go and be a part of it. Hell, if we have to sleep in the airport, I'm down with that too.
Right.
But yeah, if that would happen, I think it's a must,
Yeah.
especially now. This year has been amazing, and it would be like even better memories. And it was crazy. It's not over yet, right? That's
Yeah.
the best part of it. And then obviously thinking ahead, you already have like the team being in more tournaments, which is even cooler
Yes.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm never gonna bet against the Dynamo in the playoffs, but I think result wise, they get a W and move on to the next phase for the conference finals. But I have no words to say what the score would be like. I just say win. Houston
Yeah.
wins.
Scruffy match. I'm gonna say 2-1. 2-1 us. But it's gonna be like literally till the final minute. Every, leg cramping, everything that you can kind of think of. I expect a lot of yellow cards. I know for sure Escobar is gonna get a yellow card. If not, maybe a red.
Yeah.
So I can probably, if you were a betting man, I would bet on that for sure. But yeah, man, going actually into what you were saying about the final, I've been thinking about that for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
I've been looking at who's on the East, and I'm like, man, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Columbus, Orlando. I was like,
Honestly, Orlando
I
would
need
be
to.
the best one because the flights would be way cheaper.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Way
yeah.
cheaper
Even
and direct flights. So
bro, even drive. I don't care. At this point, I'm like, I'm ready. Like honestly, I'm ready to be part of history. I actually saw it was a story from one of the guys from El Batallon. I think his name is Daniel, and he posted a picture of him being at the final in 2012.
mhm.
And I was like, man, that's dope. The fact that he's been going to games and supporting the Dynamo for so long, and traveling, and even like Webb,
Right.
the world famous Webb, like he's been
Yeah.
everywhere,
You
and
know he's
just
gonna be
being
there.
part of history. Like you're literally part of history. No matter which way the result
Yeah,
is
win
at
or
the
lose,
final,
he got back
you're
to back championships and back to back
yeah.
losses in a final. So,
But
but
yeah,
you were
he
there.
was
You
there.
experienced it.
Exactly. You can
I
tell your
feel you.
children, like it's insane. So I think we're gonna have to make it happen. I wasn't able to go to KC with you guys, but I think this one we kind of have to round off a perfect year
I
for the
think so.
Dynamo.
I think it's a must. I'm gonna
Yeah,
talk to Rodrigo. I know he's right now in hiatus, taking care of a baby.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell him, I'm like, dude, this is it.
It's a
Like,
1 day trip.
let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
let's
should.
go, man. Make it
It's a
happen. I
company
believe the
trip
Dynamo can do it. And I hope that we're back here next week when we record again on Monday or Tuesday night. And we're talking about the next game, man. I think
for sure.
that's a mentality we should have. And then there it'd be the same thing, win or lose, whatever it is, we're here for it, man. It's been a ride. And you're right, man. This is one of those seasons that us, especially, in the sense of like we kind of got laid into being really into the Dynamo. And once you kind of are there, it's really hard to get that out of your system, man. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, and I said it, we are fans at the end of the day, right? We're gonna sit there, we get to talk to, we're blessed to have the opportunity to work with the Dynamo, that they're willing to let us be a part of the media aspect of it, whether it be talking to players, coaches, just press conferences. It's great. And we are there, try to be non-biased as we can, because at the end of the day, we're going to
Yeah,
tell you if you're not doing good or not, also.
for sure.
So
I
it's
will
just a part of it, but it's the true of it, man. I think I'm looking forward to it, and I'm ready, bro.
for sure. No, yeah, same here, man. Like I'm just excited. I'm just excited, honestly, the fact that even if we weren't covering, the way that we cover the team, I think I would still love to be part of, a Bayou City Soccer type, style thing, because I think there's nothing better than, I mean, people need community, right? And what better community than as Mexico ties it up, by the way. Um, what better part of community than, you know, just being surrounded by a team, or like soccer, the sport that you love, or, you know, whatever it may be, and in the city, you know, like we grew up here. We're not from here, but we weren't born here, but like we grew up here. This is what we call home. This is where we're raising our kids. So, you know, this is everything that like everything that kind of we love into one. So I'm just grateful to be here, honestly. Yeah.
Right. Shoot.
And this season just makes it so much better. Like,
it does, because especially again, I got into covering the team. This is my third year, I think. Yeah, third year or first, second year. I can't even remember.
Were you in 2021 season?
I think it. Yeah, I think I started 20. No, I started 2020. No, 2021. Yeah, you're right. 2021.
Because I did 2020. I know I was there 2020 for sure.
So like actually covering, you're 2021. So, but even before that, you know, season ticket holder, basically never missed any matches. I became a season ticket holder to this day. I think this year I probably missed the most. Maybe I need to do it next year too for a better season. But
miss more games.
It's one of those, man, that, you know, you're right. It's just a part of us. We love soccer. And it took us a while maybe to finally like give in. And I think it's a little bit of a pride thing, because you think back at like where you're from or the club that your dad grew up watching, and you're like, no, they're the best ever. And then you realize they're not the best ever. They have a great history, but you know what? You can watch soccer here live. There's nothing like it, you know? There's nothing.
And now we have a good team. So, I mean, and not only like a good team, but like a team that plays well.
Right.
And, you know, if you want to like kind of break it down, like there's nothing better than, you know, watching soccer, but then watching pretty soccer, like that takes you a whole, like you said, you know, some people are more like they're just result based, but like, you know, other people, like I guess like me in a way, like we like to watch pretty soccer, you know, tactics and this and that, the way movements and players, just the way that, you know, some players play with their mind, not only their feet. And it's just, you know, it's a whole different ball game when you are able to enjoy it from like a different side, when it's just not just goals and, you know, scoring on a board, or, you know, when you can sit with people and they can tell you what their what was it, XGs is, and like have discussions about playing out the back or not playing out the back, or, you know, using your wingers, or, you know, like going to the front and stuff like. Me personally, those are the conversations that I like. And then having a team that gives you the opportunity to kind of have those conversations, even better, you know?
Right.
Like if you're Colorado and you're like, well, you know,
I think just to kind of finish up that thought, as like we're not running out of time, but trying to keep it short. But having also like a coach like Van Olsen that is pretty open, and you can actually ask him questions, and he doesn't just Roy Kent you and just shuts down like we've seen in the past. It's kind of fun. It keeps you entertained, because, you know, the people that, like you said, some of the people that actually follow the sport and can kind of tell a little bit of the tactics, he's open of telling you why he did that or why he didn't do that. And I think that it keeps you even more, what's it called, coming back to it. You know, you keep coming back to it for that same reason, because you find yourself like, okay, I see it. I see why he did it. Now I know why he did it this way or why he didn't do it that way. So it's fun, man. And again, Christian, man, we've done about 20 minutes, man. I think we'll keep it short. There's a lot of things already kind of happening. Rumors of players coming in. Maybe the away jersey. What is it going to look like? Guys, wait. The season's not over. Wait till a little bit. Like let it simmer. I don't like to think too ahead. I'm trying to be here for the the MLS Cup. So that's kind of where we're going to keep it at. So Christian, man, go ahead and tell the people where they can find us, and feel free to shut it down if you want to as well, man.
Yeah, for sure. So don't forget, guys, you can find us at Bayou City Soccer on our social media pages, at BayouCitySoccer.net. That's our website. You can check out everything there. All the, you know, just all the articles that we're literally pumping out almost daily. So go check those stuff out. You can find Rudy at Rudy Segura 3, Rodrigo Segura 01, Manny Vela 4, Dustin at Dustin Richardson with no O. in there, or you can just tweet at him at Bayou City Soccer, Joey Javala 10, and myself at Chris Putalias. We'll get Francia's handles later on.
Yeah, she'll have to join us.
New member. Yeah,
she'll have to join us.
So yeah, and then yeah, just thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to hold it down and keep it forever orange.